Watts and I are back from Japan.
Woo,
Literally yesterday.
God damn.
We haven't been back I guess we've been back for 24 hours. We landed at 11 a.m. yesterday.
Are you jet lagged?
So what? Yeah, do you have airplane
Probably.
flu? What's going on?
Yeah.
I have Tomo flu. So Tomo got sick while we were in Japan.
Mhm.
I assume it's some kind of Japanese flu. And
The
now I
Japanese
have
flu.
it. Yeah,
Is that an official designation by the World Health
I
Organization?
believe so.
Okay.
I hear the only way to kill it is with fire. Godzilla.
Bad news,
So I
Tomo
have to
fans.
set myself on fire.
I'm trying to think of how Godzilla gets
You'll-
taken down.
We
but-
have a story about
you have to
Godzilla.
summon
That's a good segue.
Yes. You
Is
need
it
to
really a
use moth.
segue?
You have to
It's a
summon
segue.
Mothra.
Godzilla.
Yes.
I gotta say Godzilla Jacket while I was there.
Awesome. Do you
Yeah,
have
Godzilla
Did you show it on
Jacket.
camera?
God.
I mean, yeah,
Go get it.
Yeah, man.
I'll give some backstory. So basically, we were looking for some comfortable shoes for Patrick because his shoes were killing him.
Yes.
So he had a shoe fund. He walks
Classic
into a
mistake
store,
of a traveler. Classic mistake.
saw a Godzilla jacket, and was like, "I'm getting that." So his shoe fund went to this Godzilla jacket.
That's awesome. I love it.
But he loved it. He's had. Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
This is just the front.
For
that is the front of the jacket.
What?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I don't know what it looks like on stream, so I'm just gonna. Am I in frame?
Can you
Kathy?
get closer?
Not yes.
Can you come
Okay, cool.
closer?
All right, here we go. Front of the jacket says Gojira. There, that's Gojira.
Uh-huh.
I think.
Sure.
I
Yes.
can't read it.
There's some like
from
little
here.
things right here, but the real thing
Let's see
about
it.
the jacket
Crown
is
jewel. Oh
Oh
wow.
Wow, that is very.
I'm getting very Yakuza vibes from Holtz right now. Did he join the Yakuza?
Yeah.
Do we have to fear for our
these
life now?
Jackets are sold all over Japan. It's like the very typical kind of Yakuza looking jacket.
Awesome.
And it's just they're sold everywhere. And apparently there's a Godzilla one.
That is
For
amazing.
audio listeners, if you've ever seen the movie Drive with Ryan Gosling, it's very much like his jacket, but instead of a big tiger on the back, it's Godzilla. It's like would you call that a silk jacket?
It's like a stitched silk jacket.
It's got
yeah.
some
Yeah,
shine.
it's
It's
really
got some
cool,
shine,
though.
yeah.
It's
shimmer.
Yeah, it is a very comfortable jacket.
It looks
to
plush
wear.
and shiny.
Like a black body and white arms, but the back is just a stitched, awesome looking Godzilla.
That's
Is
awesome.
that
That's pretty
Japanese? Is that Japanese lettering on the front? Is that what
Yes.
you're on both sides?
Yeah.
Yeah, on both sides of the sides of the jacket.
Now, was that a?
Oh, no,
what,
there's only one side had the Japanese.
In
Lettering.
katakana.
I mean on both sides of the.
what,
sorry.
was that a spendy purchase over there, or was it
Yes.
like yeah? Okay,
Yes.
so it was
that,
spendy.
that was a spendy purchase. It was from a boutique shop.
Oh wow!
It was.
Watts, did you approve of said apparel purchase? I
No.
know how.
I wasn't even there when it was happening.
No,
Tomo was
no,
there.
Tomo was there. See,
Tomo was there, and Tomo approved. Okay,
Yeah.
Tomo
I was
approved.
surprised. I would have thought he'd have a hard time giving up that shoe budget to a jacket.
Godzilla jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that jacket, though, that jacket easily
was-
won me over.
So the story is we were looking for a pair of shoes for me because my feet are fucked.
It was very difficult to find shoes, by the way.
Which is true in America as well. I have very, very wide feet, and they're like, we need to get you some Ultra Boosts. And I was like, hell yeah! I've heard these things are so comfortable. Literally don't fit. My feet do
He
not.
couldn't
wide.
get his
Ultra
toes
Boosts.
in it. Could barely
Yeah,
get the toes into the.
Yeah, if this is the whole, my toes just
Hmm.
that they just don't
Just-
even it doesn't work.
Wow.
This
Yeah.
did not happen.
Webbed out, just whoosh, you know.
Yeah, so we were going around to a few different stores, like looking for some stuff, and then when Watts and you guys were in like I think one of the Nike stores, I was just like, I'm gonna walk around for a little bit, and then like I just saw a shop that had an Evangelion jacket, really similar to the.
That one was cool too. That one was like $1 billion.
sick. No, that one was actually cheaper than my Godzilla jacket. That
Oh,
one
was
was
it?
like,
The
that one
Godzilla
was, I
jacket
think,
was $2 billion.
yeah, the Evangelion one was $230, and then the Godzilla one was $330.
Huh.
So
Patrick-
$330 jacket.
Wow. Nice.
Ben,
I have a different opinion of that jacket now that I know the price.
What if it was also really comfortable and it's a fucking Godzilla
And
jacket?
handmade, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not
It
going
is
to
a
bust
handmade.
that out at any occasion. Obviously, there's going to
Yeah,
be
look,
specific
this
occasions
was
to rock that
one-
jacket.
Listen,
This was
Patrick's gonna
literally-
wear this everywhere with his shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was literally the only thing I purchased for myself
It's true.
while I was in Japan.
That was it.
I didn't buy anything else.
So you
aside
didn't
from
buy
food.
shoes. You couldn't find
No,
any
I did not buy
shoes.
shoes.
Wait,
when I came out of the store and I had the Godzilla jacket, I was like, guys, I got a Godzilla jacket. And they're like, oh, sweet, man, you finally got something. I'm like, I can't buy shoes anymore. So our entire point of being here in Harajuku is it's gone. Who gives a fuck?
Adventure. That's what the point was.
Yeah, no,
That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did some shopping.
Can we? So you guys were there for how long total?
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. Did you go to a travel agency to plan
No,
your trip?
you don't need them.
No. I'm sorry for insulting you.
Unbelievable, Pope.
How does one? How did you plan? How did you go
dare
about
you.
planning your Japanese adventure?
So me and Tomo have been to Japan a few times, and this was a lot of people's first time going. Sometime I think one of the people we went with, they hadn't been in like 9 years. So
Because there was a
long
whole
time.
bunch of you, right? It
That
wasn't
was
just you.
8 total.
8.
It's a big crew.
And you want
It
to
is a
say
big-
who all was there or no?
So it was Ash, who is our amazingly talented artist for DCP. And then we had Tomo, of course, and then Dado was there as well. And then there was 2 people who work at Bungie, and then there was one of Tomo's best friends.
So were you all? Would you classify all of you as what was the word? Weebs.
Nerds.
No, nerd.
Weeb.
Weebs?
Weeb.
No.
Weeb.
No.
Dado doesn't know what anime is.
He doesn't?
No, he knows what it is. He does
say-
not watch any anime.
I want to say the
Didn't
only
he
actual
dress
weebs
as
of us were 3. Like it was like Watts, Tomo, and I.
Yeah.
Like the only actual.
Well, actually,
weebs.
no, Jube. Jube is like
Jube's
he's
just, like-
super into like Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
and he's
Okay.
into very specific anime.
But still
But
being in the
he's-
anime, though.
and Pokemon.
Right?
That
He's with Pokemon.
fits. So you guys had a mutual interest, and is this a good time of year to go
Yeah.
to Japan? What drew you at
Yes.
this specific time?
Cherry blossoms, motherfucker! Whoop, whoop.
And the weather is, you don't want to go in summer. Japan's summer is like 95 degrees with 100% humidity. Don't go in
it's-
summer.
it-
Avoid it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Okay.
It sucks, apparently.
So spring was a
Like,
good.
is that like going to say Florida in the middle of the summer?
Ooh, yikes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yikes.
going to Florida on July 4th weekend.
Right. Or how about spending a month in Vietnam over the month of July?
Yikes.
Yikes.
I feel like there's worse experiences that have been had in Vietnam.
Yeah. In retrospect.
Historically speaking,
Yeah.
you're probably right. So
But it is beautiful there.
it's
'cause all the cherry
beautiful. It's
blossoms.
beautiful there. The as Patrick pointed out, the cherry blossoms are. Describe those because I may not know what they look like.
Yeah.
They're pink.
Awesome.
Pink.
Imagine a
They're
tree
like
that has
pink
really
flowers.
small pink flowers
Mhm.
but
Everywhere.
everywhere. Instead
Everywhere.
of green
Wait.
leaves on it,
I saw
just
this
fucking yeah.
in Sekiro. There was cherry blossoms, wasn't there?
Yes.
I
Oh.
bet you.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of places that I went was basically Sekiro. So
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Did you kind of feel like, stabbing somebody in the back, but you had to hold back, like
Yeah. Did you sneak up on somebody and just
the
like,
red dot popped up on the back? You're like, don't do it.
The only people I felt like stabbing in the back were the people that fucking
we were traveling with.
No. It was the people that fucking stood side by side on the escalator. You fucking stand on one side.
Nick?
This
Feel
is
free
true.
to
In
beep
Japan.
all of those f bombs.
Always leave a passing lane.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
is
that
true
has
in
to be
life.
a
It's not
pattern.
just the escalator. This is true
Everywhere.
on obviously the road. This is true at the grocery store, when you're out shopping. Anytime that there are multiple lanes of traffic, always keep to the right when you're moving slow. Unless you're in London or England, I should say, in which case you do everything
Or
wrong
Japan.
anyway. Then you
Yes.
can just go to the left. But
Briar,
Doesn't really matter.
can you fill me in on if, let's say, I want to be an asshole? What do I do at those
Yes.
situations then?
stand too wide and walk slower than the average pace of
Create a
Oh,
block.
and don't forget to
Blockage.
randomly
Yes.
stop in the middle of the street and just.
Oh
just
yeah, that works super well. If
Okay.
you just like cold stop.
Awesome. I
The cold stop.
appreciate this knowledge. Thank you guys.
Mhm.
I completely agree with Holtzman on
So
this topic.
Watts, when you landed in Japan,
Yes.
you went to, what was your first stop? What was like the first place you guys
We
wanted
went
to
to
go see?
Ichiran, which is a ramen place. So we landed at I think we landed at 3, but we didn't actually get to the
Like
hotel until
Ichiran?
6.
Ichiran ramen.
Ichiran.
Okay.
Is it
All right.
what city did you land in?
Tokyo.
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 Tokyo,
And
okay.
Ichiran is like it's well known for its ramen, I imagine.
Well
Oh, it's
known.
the only thing that they'd have there.
They only have ramen.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
it?
and
most
do you-
shops,
do you-
most
add it-
places are
Mhm.
like they do a dish. It's like this is
Okay.
a ramen place. We make ramen. We might also have gyoza on the side, but
we do ramen.
you will have
so
ramen.
let me understand. You have these. So basically, you go in there, you grab your own cup, and then you pour the hot water in yourself,
No.
or do they pour the hot water into your cup for you?
Okay, at each Ichiran,
It's like
you
the
go
little
you
top
go to
ramen
a vending
things.
machine and you put in like 1,000 or 2,000 yen, and you say what you want in the at the vending machine. Like you push a
Press
button,
buttons.
and it'll say, "I want this ramen."
Vending
And then
machine
I would
ramen.
also like I would no. You're not getting ramen from the vending machine. You're getting a piece of paper from the vending machine.
Okay, it's taking
will
your
say-
Give
order.
to the people.
Yes, the vending machine takes your order and it spits out a bunch of pieces of paper that you then give to someone else, and then they give you your ramen.
Why can't I just tell that guy what I want?
Because this
Because
place is very
they're not
it's very
efficient.
all about having limited human interaction. So it's like you've had a long day, you get your own little booth, so you can't see anyone else, you don't talk to anyone, you don't see anyone, you just get your food, you give it to the person and you eat. So it's made for people who have had a long day at work and they just want to go and relax and not deal with being super polite, dealing with people, they just want to eat the food. Eat and enjoy the food alone.
I like how you say they don't want to deal with people being super polite, and yet they still bow to you when they give you the food. But you like can't really see them bowing.
can't see
but
them.
You can
They
tell
lift
they
up a
are.
little screen to give you the food so you can kind of see that they're
Yeah,
bound.
you'll see like maybe like the
So,
like, lowest part of their
Like
Wait, so
least
you're
least
inside-
amount of effort for a bow, basically type of thing like that.
Yeah. Okay, Pope, you know how at school, like sometimes when you're taking a test, like you would have like the wings up, like the thing
that's
built
what
up.
I'm picturing.
Okay, that's what you're eating at.
Really?
That sounds
Yes.
awful.
That's like
It's-
when you're in
It's
awesome.
trouble.
amazing. We
It's
actually,
awesome.
so for our last dinner, we went there and we
We're not
tried.
ready for the last.
No,
part
no,
of
no,
your dinner.
no. Listen. So
Okay.
we tried to close, like put the separation things away, and all of us were like, "No, hate it.
This
can't do
this
This
isn't
feels weird.
this
Feels
isn't
bad.
right.
No,
Okay.
So you're eating like you got 8 people there and you can't see each other.
Correct.
you can see each other. You can see, like if you're sitting here, you can see someone, but you can't see their bowl or when they're eating it. So the privacy is when you're.
So it's like
eating.
an antisocial restaurant.
Perfect.
Did you guys all get different
That's
types
not
of
why I
ramen?
go out to eat.
Yeah,
But
no,
it's
different.
It's got their
Yeah.
own feel. So you guys
yeah.
enjoyed it.
Wait, two questions. Two questions. One,
okay.
did you guys order different types of ramen at the same restaurant?
This place does one
One-
type of ramen, but you can change how spicy it is, how much
Okay.
garlic you want, all that.
Is this
kind of
also
stuff.
because it's all right? So that leads into the next question. Is that because they've like refined this recipe for like
Yes.
years and years and
The
years?
millennia.
Like it's 5, 6, 7 generations of family who've been making
Yes.
this ramen.
Yes.
Like,
Like-
Hero does sushi kind of
Okay.
thing. Where
I can get behind this.
No,
Right,
like
it's just-
I could
this is
deal.
the-
I could deal with the antisocial
Ichiran.
thing for
Yeah.
that.
It's like this is Ichiran ramen. We're not going to be like, oh, we're going to have three or four varieties of ramen. No, you're having Ichiran ramen. Your Ichiran ramen might have more spice, but it's all the same broth.
Can I get it gluten free?
No,
Do they even know what that is?
no.
Yes.
Tefty, you're.
There's a
fucked.
lot of gluten-free and vegan
3
restaurants there,
centuries
actually.
of ramen can't change for my gluten free nature. I feel you.
Well, they just assumed that natural selection would weed you guys out, so
It's
they
true.
didn't make anything for.
I'm laying away on my deathbed here, but oh my god.
All right, so you got you visited some castles too, right?
So the places we went, so just generally we went to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. Those are the 3 places. Just because I thought if that's someone's first time going to Japan, those are kind of the 3 main spots you want to hit the first time, probably. So we went to Osaka Castle, very, very famous castle. I
I've heard
went
of that.
to.
I have heard of that.
There you go. See,
Yeah.
does it like float or vanish or anything? Like I hear like a lot of Japanese
It
kids.
No.
moves. It moves.
It moves. Cool.
Yeah.
That's
but
super
a
cool.
lot of history went down at Osaka Castle.
Yeah.
Um,
I've read about it in there was like these feudal kingdoms, right? In Japan, like anyway,
Yes.
they kick some ass basically. And weren't they in charge for a little bit? Like they're in what part of Japan are they in?
who?
the Osaka Castle? Like, what
It's in
part of?
Osaka.
It's in Osaka.
No, geographically, like
North,
what's it
south,
by?
mid, west.
It's by
East.
Osaka.
Oh, you guys, never mind.
It's like kind of in the
Slightly
mid.
south
It's,
of Tokyo.
yeah, it's about an hour south. Of
Give me in
Tokyo.
relation to where Godzilla would strike first. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Tefty.
Godzilla would go to
Uh,
Tokyo probably.
Actually,
Okay.
yeah,
So
definitely.
Tokyo
'cause,
first, and then Godzilla goes west.
Yeah,
South?
the
Southwest?
Fukushima power
Goes
plant
south.
Goes south.
is right by Osaka.
Okay. Nice.
Another castle we went to is called Nijo Castle. Patrick didn't go to this one, but this one was actually where I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but the floors squeak, so it sounds like they're called nightingale floors because they sound like birds.
Whoa.
Oh,
So as you're
really?
walking, you just hear like this chirping as you're walking through all of the building, and that's where samurai lived. So the people who were in control at that time, that's where they all lived during that
I lived
period.
in
So that
a
was really
I lived in a rent controlled apartment in Oakland that the landlord
Same
also
thing with floors.
said, yeah, with
Same
the
thing.
floor. They said they had like nightingale floors, everywhere you walked, it was like
and you're like, oh,
yeah, it's
You're like, that's nice. Huh.
that's great.
makes it harder
Um,
for ninjas to infiltrate your.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Anybody steps in there who's a ninja? Be like,
Yep.
nah, fam.
Ninja proof.
And what struck you the most about these? Like when you walked into these places and you were visiting them, what's something that just jumped out at you, like that struck you the most? Ninjas.
Okay, so with Nijo Castle, the cool thing is they have plaques in all languages, so everyone can read it, that tells you why they decorated them the way they did. So the first room you go into is all tigers and like very intimidating because they wanted anyone visiting to be like, oh, these people mean business. But
Sure.
then in their more kind of resting places, you have trees and maybe some ducks. So it's more relaxed. So that was interesting to see that every room that they've decorated and in every way that they did it was very specific and it had a reason. The tiger thing was actually cool because they didn't know what tigers looked like. So they had to draw tigers based on the skins that they had imported, but they had no idea what the tigers looked like.
Sure.
Oh, that's fascinating.
So they looked very interesting.
Flat. But it sounds like you guys you have a fascination for Japanese culture, so you're the anime and you follow it and you read about it and you watch shows about it. Did it connect to that in real life? Is
I'm curious about that.
Is that something that you felt a connection to in some way?
Yeah, is it prevalent there? Or do you have to go seek and find
Anime?
anime? Yeah.
Pat, do
Well,
you want to tell?
That's the thing. Like,
I would
I've
actually
never been
like
there,
to
so I
know-
legit don't know. Like,
I'd like to know, Pat, your first impression of Akiba and walking around there.
So Akiba is like, imagine if you could take the kind of the culture of viewing, appreciating whatever anime, or just like, say you are a fan of a show. If you want to find memorabilia of that show, no matter how fucking obscure it is, you can go to this section of
One Punch
Tokyo.
Man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not
oh,
It's
Yeah,
not
sure.
obscure, man.
It's
super.
not
It's like a
obscure.
niche,
It's
It's only I've really
A
heard of it.
niche. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you can go to Akiba. You can find something about it. Basically, Akiba is a city. It's electronics, just
electronics,
almost
anime.
electronics, anime, almost like pop culture in general. Just
Do you see
in a
people
city.
walking around in cosplay?
Yeah,
The maids.
The maid.
Or dressed up
like-
like anime?
We went to a maid
Yeah.
cafe.
we went to a maid cafe.
Wait.
Okay,
Hold
tell
on.
me more.
Maid cafe.
Yeah,
Are they
so
actually
I'm
maids?
curious.
Or are they
Go ahead.
like? Do you hire
Okay,
maids that come
Patrick,
as anime?
Go for it.
Okay, no, look, it is someone who is dressed as a maid,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like
you go to
a like a sexy maid, or
like a French sexy maid.
Okay,
But they're
Uh,
Japanese.
Yes,
but they're not actually cleaning
so
anything.
dress like a French sexy maid, Pope.
What is a French sexy maid? I don't have a French sexy maid at my house, so
Ah,
I need to describe it.
Google
We have
explains
audio
so much.
listeners. Will
Short
you please?
skirts, frilly, little hat,
Mm-hmm. What else,
Okay.
Patrick?
stockings.
Go ahead.
Yeah, stockings, usually like
Mhm.
high heel type things.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I don't
like,
think we really have to explain this in detail. I think everybody knows what a French maid
Pope,
looks
What?
like.
Pope is just being
okay.
really.
We need to know
asshole-ish,
what
thorough.
what is this place about now?
Yeah, what are we doing?
It is a cafe where the people that serve you are dressed as maids,
Oh,
and then
it's
in-
like
in
Hooters
There's
for
like a
Japan.
Hooters.
Yeah, Hooters for
No.
Japan.
No, they have Hooters
No.
in Japan.
No, they
They have
actually,
one.
they have Hooters in Japan. No, but I only saw advertisements. So we didn't go in.
Prior.
We went into the Maid Cafe, and it's like, oh, you sit down, and all of a sudden, maid comes up to you with like this little box, and like you put your hand and grab a number out of it. Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of pieces of paper, and it's like, oh, what did you get?
You're playing
you won a
bingo?
prize. What do I win? A picture with one of the maids. Okay, great. And you go up there, and they're all acting like all super cute, and like they tell you a bunch of rules in Japanese, which I'm really glad Tomo was there to say, look, just don't touch the maids. That's basically all you have.
Well, I already put my hand in her box. Like, what else can I do to her?
Yeah, seriously.
She handed it to you, so there you go.
We also were
Um,
given glow sticks upon
yeah.
arrival.
Given
So
glow
So-
sticks.
at these Maid Cafes, you can pay a little bit of extra money for them to do a performance. So it's like they'll sing and dance to one of their songs. So they gave us glow sticks, lights go down, and one of the maids gets onto the stage and starts dancing and singing to the Maid Dreaming song, which is the name of the cafe we went to.
Okay.
And then the two other girls come and do a insane glow stick dance, which was the most enthusiastic glow stick dance I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
I was very impressed.
Can
Yeah,
we
like,
get a short
is this like
demonstration?
is this
I
like
can't do that. No, they were like flinging their arms around in circles.
like next
and,
level rave?
to try to illustrate what it would be like would do it a disservice.
All right.
Okay.
Cirque du Soleil, Japan, strip
Babes,
club.
glow stick.
Yeah, sure. There you go. Yeah, Cirque du Soleil, and like it was
so they
super
keep,
energetic.
They keep their clothes on during all of this.
Yes,
Yes.
there are maid cafes that you can go to where they will take their clothes off, though.
Really?
Do you eat
Also
at this
Nijo
place,
Castle.
or is it like a strip club where they serve a buffet, but nobody actually would eat that
No.
shit?
You're not
They,
going.
But
they,
the maid-
the
at the
ice
Maid
cream we
Cafe.
got was like a whole
Oh, they
meal.
serve ice cream. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got parfaits.
Like
Parfaits.
giant. It's we have a picture of it. I have a picture on my phone.
The parfait was, I want to say, about about as tall as my
That's
my
a big
face.
parfait.
And it
I
was
couldn't
a-
eat all of it. It was insane.
So you want to split the parfait?
Yeah.
Chad is asking for the address for those other cafes.
Yeah.
and
Can
it's
we
called
get
Go
a
to Aki-
Yelp
Just
reviews?
go to Akihabara.
Just walk around
and start
Akihabara and you'll
walking.
find everything.
Just start walking. You will eventually find a
What if
place.
you want to find the best place, man?
Just
Well, we do have a very important question. In your time in Japan, did you find any place that did a proper crawdad?
Did
No.
you eat any crawdads in
I
Japan?
didn't eat crawdads while I was there. I couldn't
Really?
find any.
Interesting.
How often do you guys eat sushi over there?
I actually didn't have a
That
lot
looks
of
amazing.
sushi while I was there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
looks amazing.
Is that green ice cream?
Is that
Yes,
matcha?
This was
Matcha
green
ice cream.
tea ice cream with some type of animal
Okay.
on the top.
Yeah.
An animal on top. Wow.
Yeah.
A
The-
cookie?
The parfaits
Shaped
were
like an
super
animal?
cute. Yeah. They shape the ice cream. They like do a ball ice cream and then put cookies in the side to make ears. It's super adorable.
So this
That's
is
just the Maid
had
Cafe.
some had cotton candy on top, which is very intense.
I'm getting all kinds of mixed
super
messages
sugar.
about this
Mm.
place.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
That's pretty accurate to Japan.
So many
Yeah.
mixed
I
messages.
got a question directly for Watts on a creepiness scale. What would you give this on a 1 to 10?
This was actually not as creepy as the first
That was
time I went to a
super
Maid
tame.
Cafe.
Okay.
Oh, so you've been to multiple of these
The
establishments.
first Maid Cafe I went to, there was a guy there on his own with glow sticks. Like that was all he did all day. You could tell he lives in the Maid Cafe.
Wait,
which
was he
I-
a customer or
Yes.
a employee? Oh,
Customer.
Customer
Yes.
with the glow sticks?
glow sticks.
Yeah, he was
Bring your own, I
partying.
guess, right?
He was partying, having a good time.
Huh.
The rental
No,
fees can
the-
kill
no,
you
the-
on the glow
the-
sticks.
The glow sticks were custom branded to the cafe.
They were. They had a
Oh.
heart on them.
They had
I
a heart
mean,
on them and
that
wrapped
sounds
in
like,
Maid
You know,
Cafe specific wrapper.
So I bought lots of
Sounds like a
anime
great time.
things. I bought lots of key rings and I put them on my bag immediately. And I
Mhm.
bought a really cool bag, but this was in a different place that Patrick found, which I was carrying around in the most fashionable part of Tokyo. And we went into probably the most expensive store that we had visited the whole time we were there. And I was had this anime bag with me. And the one person to talk to me about anime was someone working in that store. The super fashionable high-end boutique store was the one that was like, anime. Like, so that was fun.
Yeah. People know anime there. It's
Yeah, surprisingly. Who would have thought?
kind of a thing there.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know, from an outside perspective, it's tough to know. Like, I imagine a lot of people think about America and they're like, you got gun stores like on every corner, like Starbucks, you know, just go and.
I mean,
Depends on where you go in the country.
You do, actually.
it turns out
gun shops and churches. So
anime, it's everywhere. Even like Coco Curries, which is a curry place we went to, they're having something, a collaboration with an anime, so you can get like souvenirs and stuff from there that's to do with the anime. So they use a lot of anime characters to advertise things, collaborations. It's
interesting.
Cool.
I've always wanted to go to Japan, and one of the things I'd like to do the most is go to Akihabara, because I just hear that if you like old, like retro video games, it's like it's like heaven there.
It's easy.
You can
it's
find
so
anything.
easy. The first building that you go into off of
what that we went into.
trains. No, okay, not that first building. The first building you see. The first building you see.
First building you see.
Yes, the first building you see
Sega.
is actually the Sega one. The building right next to that, to the right, is like 9 floors of anime stuff, and then 2 of the floors have like retro video game stores on them, where you can buy current stuff, but you can buy anything for just about any system.
Like, is it all Japanese stuff? Like it'd be for the Famicom, not
For the
NES?
most part, yeah. You're only going to find Japanese titles there.
Yeah, that's super cool though. Like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that never came out in America, especially for like those real old systems, like Famicom disk system, right? That never made it out in America, and there's games that never made it out in America because they were on like that specific system. Or the PC Engine, you know, it had its equal, the TurboGrafx 16 in America, but a lot of the games that were made for that never came out here.
Yeah, you would have a very easy time finding stuff in
It
these
just
stores.
feels like it'd be an amazing experience to go there and be even if you didn't buy everything you saw, just to see it all, and it was really cool.
Yeah, you'll have a very easy time finding anything kind of video game. If you want to buy video games, Akiba, just go there.
Cool.
I ended up the first day that we were there, I ended up splitting off from the group and going and looking for camera stores.
Oh, nice.
While I was there too, so went and found some really cool used camera stores. Didn't buy anything. That was kind of the thing that I did.
You bought a jacket.
I ended up buying a jacket. I could have bought a really nice Rolly cord, which is a old medium format camera that has like 2 lenses stacked on top of each other and
Cool.
down into its really cool old camera. Found a couple of those for pretty cheap, and then like you go from like cheap used camera stores to all of a sudden you're in like a super high end one where like everyone is wearing really nice suits and they're like escorting you around the shop trying to like get you like just buy the limited edition 2 million yen Leica.
Wow. Sounds
So
awesome.
I guess you guys, it's awesome that you guys are back, and then it sounds like you had a great time. If somebody was planning their Japanese vacation right now, what's one thing that, or 1 or 2 things that either one of
Which
you guys
Maid Cafe do we go to?
what would you say that they'd have to do or see while in Japan? Watts, we'll start with you.
So if you have any interest in history at all, especially samurai history, there's one place you should go, which is the gravesite of the 47 Ronin. Some of you may have seen the movie. It's bad. Don't watch it.
It's really bad.
Haven't. It's really bad. Don't watch it. Terrible. But basically, it's a place where all of the samurai that were a part of that situation are buried. So if you're interested in history, that was a really fascinating place to be because their whole story is just insane. And so, yeah, if you care about samurai history, especially, you might want to go and visit there. Plus, it's not that busy there. A lot of places are very, very busy. This was a place where you could take your time to really appreciate the history and what they did. And the museums that they have close to the gravesite are really, really interesting as well.
One thing that I will say that I really liked about Japan in general was like the museums were either free or it cost a very cheap amount to like get into these museums, like $4, the equivalent of $4. So like even this place that we went to, I think it was 500 yen to get access to both sides of the museum, which is like what? Like it,
like $4 or something.
yeah. You would think that this place gets less traffic, they're going to charge just like the equivalent of $20. No, it's $5, and all of these places that we would go to that were like historical sites were. It was really crazy to be in basically the most densely populated metropolitan area in the world, but then be in this completely serene location where you don't hear any of the city. Like you're completely isolated from all of that, which was
so. Speaking
fascinating.
of serenity and peace, something that came up earlier in the podcast a few months ago, and you took to Twitter to point out with Tefty, one of the first few days that you were there. Patrick, will you talk a little bit about your trip to a what is it, a bathhouse? Is that what they're called?
Onsen.
Oh yeah, we got it.
After the Maid Cafe, did you guys? Yes, okay. Was this then post Maid Cafe? Went to the bathhouse.
This is a different day.
This is a different day.
A very different day.
Different day.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we I think on like our second full day there, we went to an onsen, it's a very traditional bathhouse. You go in, they give you what was it called? What's a yukata, which is just a traditional robe, and you go undress, put that on, and then you go around and just be super fucking relaxed all day.
Is there anybody that inspects you? Are there any rules to say that
did you have to spread them?
No,
lean over and cough.
No, but the rules are very clearly posted that say if you have tattoos, you will not be admitted. If you are found to have tattoos, you will be
vindicated,
asked to leave.
I will say that there are some onsen that are more understanding of foreigners with tattoos, and that rule kind of only applies to Japanese people. But there are others that are just like, no. It's an easier policy for them in a lot of those places if they just say a flat no, not allowed, than having it on a case by case basis. But yeah, this was the one that we went to was definitely not. Did not want any tattoos. They didn't give you an option to cover it up with like a Band-Aid or whatever, a bandage.
It was a strict place.
It was a strict place of just no tattoos.
How did you get in?
Go into the bath nude? It's like a nude only kind of situation. So, you go in nude.
So with the onsen, it's kind of hard for people to picture what it is because they'll just think, oh, you get in there and it's a bath and you get in, but it's actually a whole place. If you think of a traditional Japanese festival where they have all the stands of different food and you have some little games you can play, you have that when you first walk in. So you can buy a bunch of food, you can play some games, you can
go get some beer.
Go get beer. So you have that. And then they have different parts of the onsen when you can go and be in an actual bath. So there's a foot one that men and women can go in together and you just put your feet in the bath and it just feels nice for your feet. And then they have separate male and female sections where you get butt naked and you get in and have a nice, but the thing is that it's natural spring water. They have very, 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 very hot ones, lukewarm, cold, different variations of minerals are in the different onsens as well. So it's there to just help you relax. It's supposed to be good for your muscles.
Sounds awesome.
Interesting. Yeah. Well,
it was amazing.
We're really glad that you got to go, Patrick, and that you didn't collapse to the peer pressure to get a tattoo and possibly not have that experience.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Did they have an anti-mullet sign there?
No.
Oh.
Mullets are allowed.
Mullets were fine. I'm listening.
I want to hear more about Japan. There's more Twitter questions about them, but before we move off of the Japan topic, I did hear some rumors about a karaoke night, and I'm wondering what the video situation was like going on.
How much do we have to raise for those videos to be posted on Twitter?
So I know Tomo has some videos. I haven't looked at them yet, so I don't know. He was also very drunk, so I don't know how extensive they are or how good they are.
He definitely recorded Tomo directly.
He definitely recorded Patrick singing.
He definitely recorded me singing some Linkin Park.
He did.
That is something I need to see
right now. I got this, Briar.
Sounds great.
So this karaoke night was, so initially we went into the room for, I think it was 3 hours. So the reason why with this karaoke, you have your own room. So it's just your group in your own room. You can control the lights, so you can have like a disco ball going on. You can have it be bright, you can have it be dark, and you can
the
order
air conditioning.
Control air conditioning.
Wow.
And you can order food. So you have this full menu, and you order through the TV. So you just input what you want. Every food and drink item has a number associated to it, and they just bring the food to you. We got the all you can drink, so we could just keep ordering alcohol as much
Like
as
where
you
this
want.
is going.
We then went to extend our time because we were like, we've just finished eating at the end of those 3 hours. So we ended up having the room for like 6 hours.
Yeah, I committed to 2 hours, went to 3 hours, and then was like, it's fucking midnight 30. I'm shit faced. I'm gonna
It
go.
was not that late by then. It was like 10 p.m. I got home at 2 a.m. And that was after finishing 6 hours of karaoke and ramen.
I definitely remember living whatever. I was drunk.
You were very drunk. Everyone was very
shit-faced.
drunk.
I somehow made it back to the hotel. I genuinely don't remember how I got back.
This
But
video needs to be made public.
Oh yeah, I'm on that, Briar. I'm working.
I'll take a look first now.
But
it was an amazing night.
I think we can bypass you completely on this one.
Yeah, watch. We're gonna leave it up to Tomo to give us a quick edit. I'm gonna see if I can produce it by the end of the show. So we'll see what's up.
That's not happening.
Okay. Well, we're excited to have you back. I want to tell you that I was really excited to have Fran and Fallout and True Vanguard try to step in and carry on the mantle while you guys were gone. They did a great job, but it really just having us all back together really means a lot. Yeah. And
it's good to be back. I'm happy to be back.
It's like it's good.